Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for another vinyl update. Actually, the final vinyl update. The final vinyl update. When it comes to the 7 inches down here, the 7 inches down here. That's what I'm talking about, right there. It's taken me 4 videos to go through my little shelf of 7 inches and singles, 45s in my record collection over here. It's been fun. It's been fun, y'all. It's been real, but we're to the end. Even if this video goes a little long, we are going to just bust through the rest of these 7 inches over here. Okay? And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. From M to the end of the alphabet. I forget how to pronounce this band's name. Well, it doesn't even matter. That's the last 7 inch. It might not even be in alphabetical order, but what we have up here first. Man, I can't believe I have a single of this. Eddie Money. Take me home tonight. Essential 80s hit right here. Oh my God. Have you heard this song before? If you haven't, you should. It's a nice little 80s pop rock tune. And Calm Before the Storm on the B-side. I don't even remember what the B-side sounds like on this thing. But that A-side, that Take Me Home Tonight. You can't say no to that offer. You can't. Oh boy. Oh boy. I got another 80s hit over here. I got Mr. Take these broken wings. I got fucking broken wings on a 7 inch over here. And on the B side, we have a Uniform of Youth. Oh boy. Oh man. And the quintessential 80s hit over here. It's the single on one side. It's the instrumental on the other. That's how fantastic of a track this was. We just had to lay the instrumental on the other side. Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time. My baby likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Back when Eddie Murphy wishes he could be Michael Jackson. He was singing a lot of pop songs, and man, he really liked to rock that little falsetto soprano that he had going. And yeah, that was probably one of his biggest pop hits. Although he had other singles he tried to drop around that time. But yeah, man, Party All the Time, Eddie Murphy, if you want to have a good giggle. Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time. Definitely check that track out. All right, and here we have a little bit of a new wave synth punk, art punk single. This is actually one of the groups name dropped in LCD Sound System's infamous Losing My Edge. Although it's not one of the more well-known groups that are dropped in that song. We have The Normal with the song TV Day, and Warm Leatherette on the B-side. If you haven't heard this single, definitely look it up. The Normal TVOD. Not much to the packaging over here other than this little visual on the back side. TVOD is a really, really strange song. Definitely look up this track, The Normal TVOD. You will have fun. It will be fun, I promise you. I promise you. Here on Southern Lord Records, really cool of them to pick them up for a single. Off of Southern Lord Records, we have a nice, heavy 45. This is a heavy pressing over here. This is like the heaviest 45 I've ever held. This thing is heavy as hell. We have off of Southern Lord Records with the songs Compared to What and Rotten Apple. And it's like a 180 gram 45, and it's a deep blood red record. I love it. Definitely one of my favorite 45s. Not one of my favorite off songs, but still a fantastic packaging over here. They did not skimp. Southern Lord always pulls through with some decent packaging. So, amen to them. Hallelujah to Southern Lord. And also, if y'all have watched my vinyl updates before, you might already know what's coming up next, but of course we don't just have this little off 45 over here that I am having a hell of a time getting back into the plastic it came with. I was about to give up on life right there. I was about to give up on life. I was going to quit life. I was just going to say, fuck it. It's done. We have Off's first 4 EPs here in a box set, in a nice box set, which I picked up right away when I had the opportunity, because this is definitely one of my favorite punk albums of the 2010s. And it's got a cool little insert with, you know, a bit of a description of the band, some background, some credits, some of the art that I guess didn't make it onto the fronts of these little EPs, and a few lyrics over here. Not lyrics to all the songs, but you know, lyrics to at least some of these tracks. And then we have the EPs themselves, each of which come with a bold bit of very gritty, contrast-heavy art. Love that. Love that. I do. He's like a werewolf man. And we got the guitar and the bloody foot. And, you know, of course, like the track listings on the backs of these EPs. And, you know, the EPs are actually pretty thinly pressed, black labeling. I mean, they're, you know, they sound great. They're really grainy, grimy, really nasty hardcore punk shit. Though I haven't really loved any of Off's albums since the release of this. It's at least cool to sort of see somebody, I guess, kind of, you know, keeping the dream alive, as it were. All right, we are, Outer Limits Recordings. This is a bit of we have 2 7-inches from Outer Limits Recordings here, which have appeared in previous vinyl videos, and this is a bit of lo-fi pop music. The songs I Need My TV, Burnin' Through the Night, Julie, and Plastic Child. Outer Limits Recordings. If you're in the mood for some lo-fi home-recorded pop music, look into these 7-inches. And now I believe we have a few singles. We actually have a couple singles wrapped up into one sleeve from The Pains of Being Pure at Heart. Singles from their second full-length album. 2 of the better singles. We have Heart and Your Heartbreak, and we have Say No to Love, with a Lost Saint on the B-side, and then the one on the B-side of this 7-inch. 2 7-inch singles from The Pains of Being Pure at Heart off of Slumberland Records. Ooh, I forgot about this. Ooh, this is a nice magenta. Nice magenta 7-inch, y'all. I've had this one for a while. Yeah, that's the Heart in Your Heartbreak 7-inch with that nice magenta color. Although I'm not sure if this is a color. The Say No to Love single, is that a color? Oh, it's like a nice winter green. That's nice. Or a nice trident green. That's beautiful. Nice pastel color there. So there we go. Digging into the 7-inches. Coming up with a few impressive selections right there from the 7-inch collection. Some sweet little noise pop singles. Well, not really noise pop. I mean, they were noise pop with their previous record. That's just really, you know, really some twee and some pop rock right there. But The Pains of Being Pure at Heart, look at them if you haven't seen them before. We have Carl Perkins with Blue Suede Shoes off of Sun fucking Records. Look into Sun Records if you don't know Sun Records. On the, let's see, the other side here we have Carl Perkins again with Honey Don't. Sun Records, fantastic rock and roll and country records throughout the 50s. A lot of great hits, a lot of great classics, a lot of the foundational songs of American music. We have Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall off of Columbia, and One of My Turns on the B-side, a single that backed up the release of The Wall. And, oh, nice, Queen, We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You. Those 2 songs on the same 45, How Can You Say No? I actually have the album these songs come from in my in my record collection over there. Oh, here's a blast from the past. This is a this is a 7-inch from a band that was local to me when I was in college, and the band's name, let me see. I know that they Mike, Danielle, Bearded John. Hey, I still got this copy of Ripshit and Offsides coming together on this. Oh, that's Offsides. Yes, that's right. There it is. Christina, Kyle, Max, Ben. Nice. Nice. So I bought this because the band that was local to me is Ripshit, and this is a bit of hardcore punk over here, with some feminist leanings coming through on the lyrics, and just like some really nasty, hard-hitting stuff. And then the band Offsides on the B side, both Connecticut hardcore bands, and but the group who I had sort of acquaintances in was Ripshit, and they had songs on here such as "I'm Not Unemployable, I'm Just Young and in Love," and "Growing Up Not Old," and "Time's Up, Motherfuckers." Great track title right there. And "Battlefield Earth Crisis." Whoa. And this came out on Spicy Soup Records, El Grasso Boulevard in New Haven. So that's a nice 7-inch split from Offsides and Ripshit. Connecticut has quite the hardcore history. Quite a few hardcore bands out of Connecticut. This is one of my favorite singles. I mentioned this single in my Lana Del Rey review because there was a really poor cover of this song. On the end of Lana's new album, we have Santa Esmeralda with Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood on the A side, and on the B side, we have You're My Everything. And now we have a bit of Screamo popping up from Shizune. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I remember I gave this band a shout out for putting out one of my favorite EPs, I believe, one year in one of my best of lists. And this one is a nice blue. That's wonderful. Gotta love that. No complaints about that. But if you're looking for some really hard-hitting Screamo music, give this band a look-see. Especially this EP. This EP's solid. This is a nice EP. Only a few left. We're almost there. Had to buy this. This was one of my favorite singles of the year it dropped, 2013, and or at least one of my favorite EPs or something. I mean, I remember I reviewed it. Soap and Skin's Sugar Bread. Really twisted music on here. If you're looking for some very dark, I don't know, just dark singer-songwriter music that's super heavy, super dreary, with a thick accent on it, look into that. And, here's another Connecticut band whose 7-inch I bought. The band is Sorry Excuse. Now, if you go around Connecticut and you maybe hit up some record shows, you could find one of these 7-inches, except each one has a different drawing on it, because all they did was print the top and the bottom, and then they hand drew, sometimes with crayon, this cover. And this one in particular seems to be done in pen, and it's kind of like a Dr. Seuss thing, and it says, "Say, I like Sorry Excuse. I do. I like them. Sam I am," says the band Sorry Excuse. And this thing I believe is red. Yep, it's red, because I played this 7-inch many, many times after I got it. It says it was supposed to be $2 on here, although I might have paid more. And it was on this record label in Connecticut that I think is defunct now. Vandal Children Records. Nice kids from Connecticut. And there are actually some songs on here that I remember. Sorry Excuse was great. Sob Story was fun. Date with Destiny I thought was a little annoying. Elvis Come Home was kind of weird. And there's a great song on here called Touch Butts, which is a really fun little punk tune. Although my favorite track on this entire thing which I remember I have put this track on many a mixtape for many different people, is this band's cover of This Magic Moment, which was a really fun, rough, wild, and rowdy punk cover of that song. I mean, it's just really, this magic moment, so repetitive, so new, it lasts forever, whenever new, this magic moment. And there's a little lyric sheet in here, which is sweet. Yeah, Touch Butts. The Touch Butts song is pretty funny. But yeah, Sorry Excuse, Connecticut punk act, which I wish I knew where they are now, because this was a fun little 7-inch that will most likely be in my collection forever, not only because I enjoy it, but because nobody else knows what the hell it is, so, you know. All right, so moving on, I have a 7-inch from Sunset, which I believe is a musical project of one singer-songwriter by the name of Bill Baird. And I bought this song for the A-side, which is titled I'm Not a Perfect Person, Looks Like I Fucked Up Again, which is a sad, depressing little acoustic track about being a fuck-up and like completely useless person, I guess. Just very simple labeling, black vinyl. And on the B-side, we have a song called Love Shines Too, which I don't recall instantly off the top of my head, but I do remember I love this Looks Like I Fucked Up Again single. Looks like we have a bit of Superhumanoids here. The song is A Crowded Hour on the B-side, and then there is Michaela on the A-side. Nice little 7-inch single on White Iris Records. I really liked, although White Iris didn't put out a lot of records that I liked what they were doing with their 7-inches over here with these sleeves. I thought this was really great, colorful packaging that they were doing. Really great work on that. I'm trying to remember this group's name. Hopefully I can see it sort of printed more clearly in here. Tamut Mankind. Yes, this should be in the T section. This, I believe, was a little bit of hardcore punk and black metal mixed together on this 7-inch. It's really epic artwork. I mean, the gold and the silver, and it's really dark. And that wolf on the front, just really good labeling on the 7-inch itself, too. I got to play this thing. I feel like I put it at the end of my 7-inches over here because I've been meaning to play it. But I believe I heard a little bit of it, and it was like kind of some blackened hardcore punk. I need to play this. Tamut Mankind, I believe. It's yes, it's called, or at least the group is titled. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to try this. Give myself a refresher. But I do remember this 7-inch over here. This is off of Slumberland Records. It's from a band who I gave a very positive review to on one of their, I'm trying to remember the name of that. I think it's a self-titled album. Veronica Falls, the single is Bad Feeling. It's a nice little kind of twee pop tune. And on the B-side, what do we have on the B-side? Try Again, the song Try Again. Very nice, just kind of a bit of a brown, black, white, grayish sort of color scheme here. Very cohesive, liking that packaging. And yeah, just very, very simple 7-inch right there from Veronica Falls and Slumberland Records. And those are my 7-inches. This video and the previous few videos where I was kind of tripping through all of these records, these 7-inch records. And now that that's kind of out of the way, hopefully I will, I guess, explore that side of the record spectrum a little bit more often and hopefully pick up some gems in the future, because that's kind of a section a lot of people overlook occasionally. I do need to get my shit together and do a little searching in that 7-inch section, find some new good singles out there. And yeah, that's it. I thank you guys so much for watching and just kind of chilling with me, geeking out over a few records here and there, and I hope you're well. You're the best. Anthony Fantano, music, 7-inches, transition, vinyl, music. forever.